The comment I just saw was a very good idea. But like everybody else says, do not boost up Naruto and Sasuke that much. So the rule for this what if is that Naruto will learn only one thing each part. And I'm not going to go off script and add in a Akatsuki. So the council in Konoha were discussing what to do with Naruto, and they finally made up their decision to ask Kakashi to adopt and raise Naruto. So in this timeline, Naruto will basically learn the tree walking and water walking exercise a lot sooner, and will be a lot better in taijutsu because Kakashi is a taijutsu master, and will establish a rivalry with Rock. So they both train together a lot, and what happens is, one time, Naruto went berserk against Rock Lee because he was tired of losing against him. So he went with rage and attacking Rock Lee. So Rock Lee thought he should spice things up a bit and go up with the fifth gate of shock. So they both attack each other at the same time and they clash, creating a huge explosion, and everybody comes to see it. One kid says, "This is unreal. How are two kids able to do something like this? It destroyed the entire training ground." One person said, "Wait, these guys aren't even attending the academy yet." And that's how Naruto and Rock Lee joined the Ninja Academy much faster. This also makes Neji jealous of Rock Lee because he attended the Ninja Academy much faster and much quicker than himself. So Rock Lee can easily get a grasp of ninjutsu in this timeline because he goes through the Ninja Academy much faster and has better chakra control because Naruto taught him better chakra control along with Kakashi, and Rock Lee actually put in some time and effort into it. So Rock Lee can use ninjutsu and taijutsu in this timeline, and Naruto's taijutsu and chakra control also improved as they move on to the academy. So in this timeline, Mizuki doesn't tell Naruto to get to the Scroll of Sealing because he already passed and became a Genin. Instead, Mizuki went to go to some other fodder Genin to get the Scroll of Sealing for him, and that's what happens. So Naruto sees the same kid running by, and Naruto stops him for a moment, knocking him out, throwing him somewhere, and takes the scroll. And he sees the scroll and he's tempted to learn a jutsu. So he picks it up, and he does not learn the shadow clone jutsu this time because he has a more affinity to a lightning style jutsu. So he learns a lightning style jutsu in this timeline, like a small shock stream. It hurts for a bit, but then it stops, and Mizuki sees him, and he asks, "Give the scroll back." Naruto refuses, and he disappears and reappears right in front of Mizuki, but Mizuki was able to react to the attack. Mizuki plucked out a shuriken and tried to stab it through Naruto, but it happened to be a lightning clone. "What? Where did you learn the lightning clone from?" "Haha, it was from the Scroll of Sealing, idiot." And he kicked Mizuki, and Mizuki went flying. Then Naruto used his lightning style jutsu and incorporated it right into Mizuki. Mizuki was shocked. Literally, and he was shocked, like how he was able to do it. But moving on to the point, Naruto asks, "Why did you do that?" And Mizuki said, "Did you know that you're the nine-tailed fox?" "Of course I knew that." Mizuki was surprised that Naruto actually knew that. "When I was training with Rock Lee, I felt a presence inside me, so I decided to use it for my advantage. And it was the nine-tailed foxes, you see." After Mizuki was knocked out, Kakashi came to Naruto and said, "You did well, Naruto, but I'm also disappointed that you didn't tell me first. Then I wouldn't have learned this jutsu." Kakashi grinned. "Well, Naruto, why don't you let me learn a jutsu?" Naruto said, "Really? You're actually going to learn a jutsu from here?" "Yeah, sure. It's going to increase my combat style as well." Kakashi adopted something from Naruto as well. That's his brattiness, because Naruto still has that. And Kakashi incorporated that into himself too. So Kakashi's a little bratty as well. So he wants to learn some jutsu as well. So he sits down with Naruto to try and learn some jutsu. He helps Naruto learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu, not like multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, like just the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And Kakashi learns a jutsu called Gale Style Gale Palm, and it's actually a very powerful jutsu. When Kakashi introduces himself as Kakashi, Naruto said, Well, Dad, so you're our instructor. Yes, I am, Kakashi said. So you two know each other, Sakura said. Yeah, we do. Well, he's my dad. Oh, I see, Sakura said. Sasuke's kind of intrigued, not really. He doesn't really care. So then they have introductions, and Naruto said, I hate it when Kakashi reads his stupid Make-Out Paradise books. And Kakashi, and he said his goal is to become Hokage, and he doesn't want his comrades to die. Sasuke says the same, and Sakura says her stupid shenanigans, like in the original timeline. So yeah, it's the day of the bell test, and Naruto immediately figures out that it's teamwork, and Kakashi knows that Naruto figured it out, but he wanted to see what Naruto was planning, and he told this to Sasuke, and Sasuke was fine with it. So Sasuke disappears and reappears right in front of Kakashi, but Kakashi was able to react to it and punch Sasuke. Sasuke went flying back, but it was actually a Naruto clone, and transformed into Sasuke. Sasuke was right underneath Kakashi's nose and used the fireball jutsu, and Kakashi was able to quickly dodge the attack. And then Kakashi did a round kick on Sasuke. Then Naruto creates 5 shadow clones. What Naruto does after that is poof them all. And then Sasuke used the fireball jutsu and make them fire smokers. And they all went straight to Kakashi. And if Kakashi destroys them, they're gonna actually inflict damage and smoke into Kakashi. That's why he has a mask. So Kakashi destroys them all, and he actually went through the mask, and Kakashi couldn't breathe. Kakashi had no choice but to take off his mask and just run off. And that's what he did. He took off his mask. So that's how you look like. Huh, you look pretty good, Kakashi. Or should I say, Dad. Since Kakashi said that, you need to do teamwork to pass and all, so he passes the team, and their training starts for 1 month. Okay, so the 1 month training begins. Now, the person who gave me the suggestion of what if Kakashi adopted Naruto said that he wants Naruto to learn a Kekkei Genkai, and I'm going to give Naruto lava release in this first part. Now, Naruto will not have full control over lava release. What I'm going to say is Naruto can slightly do lava release. He can shoot it out once, but he's out of chakra after that. So, yeah, Naruto can only do it 1 time. Obviously, to get lava release, you need to know fire style, and Sasuke teaches Naruto how to do the fireball jutsu. And Kakashi assigned Sasuke to teach Naruto how to do that, and Naruto taught Sasuke how to use some lightning release jutsu. Kakashi realized that Sasuke was actually pretty good and has an affinity for lightning style, so he trained Sasuke to learn the Chidori. Now, Sasuke does not have complete mastery over Chidori, he just has a little bit of it. And yeah, and Kakashi awakened his Sharingan, but it's only 1 Tomoe on each side. Once the demon brothers attack Naruto and Sasuke, Kakashi does fake die in this timeline, but everybody knows, except for Sakura, that Kakashi died. Sakura's confused why Naruto and Sasuke weren't flinching, and she thought that Naruto and Sasuke were not good people. But just at that moment, the demon brothers attacked Sasuke and Naruto, and Naruto defeated his side of the demon brothers, and Sasuke defeated his side. And once those two got up, they went straight to Sakura. And Naruto tried to stop them, but it was too late. He wasn't that fast enough because he was at like the side, and Sasuke couldn't reach them at the same time because he was confused why they were there. So Sakura got injured. Kakashi then swooped in and took out the both demon brothers, and Kakashi didn't want to expose his Sharingan, but Sasuke did have his Sharingan, so he used his Eye of Insight, and he wanted to see what the demon brothers were actually after. And once he figured out they were after Tazuna, Sasuke got mad because he cares about the rules too much, and Sasuke wanted to teach Tazuna a lesson. So he bonked Tazuna on the head because he was mad at him, and Tazuna said, "I'm sorry," and Sasuke said, "Well, we should be facing an S-rank criminal after this. I'm excited for it. Aren't you, Naruto?" "Yeah, I guess I am too, so I guess we're gonna have to help the bridge builder." And Tazuna was relieved that they were actually gonna help him. And Tazuna knew that they were capable enough to take on the Demon Brothers' henchmen or the Demon Brothers' master, whoever they are. And yeah, The mission goes on from there, but they do not know what they're up against. Now, like, they're not just up against Tazuna in this timeline. So, stay tuned for the next part.